All right, boys and girls, welcome to the Daily Crack. I had one of these done already this morning. Don't ask me what the fuck happened to it. It seems to have disappeared into the ether. But usual crack, if you're watching it live right now, hashtag live. And if you're watching later on in the day, put a hashtag replay. And this might be something that people that you know need to hear. So fucking share it as well. You've been lied to. And you've been lied to by the industry that I'm involved in. And that's the fitness industry. The fitness industry has been fantastic at jumping on fads and promising pipe dreams and delivering nothing and dwelling or exploiting your insecurities. That's literally what the fitness industry has been doing. Listen, where has this been prompted from? It's been prompted from the amount of people that I talk to on a daily basis that are so conditioned to, doing a quick fix program or a program that offers fast results, or you can get the 6-week abs or the 30-minute fucking booty and all this sort of bullshit that is out there, basically dwelling or focusing on the people that have tried a lot of stuff before, and all they want to do is take your money and fucking run with it. And do they give a fuck whether you get the results or not? No, they fucking don't. Now, a lot of the time, you jump on some of these programs and they're super restrictive diet plans and working fucking ridiculously hard with training regimes, and a majority of the people suffer through those programs because they're hungry for this reward at the end of it. But I'll ask you now, if you're one of these people that has done a program or a couple of weeks of a challenge where you've been delivered meal plans and done workouts in a certain place or any of that sort of stuff, have you enjoyed the process? Have you had energy? Were you moody throughout the process? Were you irritable? Were you constantly out of energy? Were you able to sleep properly? Did you lose weight or did you lose body fat? How long was it before you gained all that weight back? These are the important things that need to be asked, because people are still looking for that fucking silver bullet. And where does the problem originate? Within the fitness industry itself. So I get a lot of questions from people because my method of helping people, especially when it comes to losing body fat, is you gotta eat. Because this is the problem I've ran into with so many people. They've gone on these appetite suppressant diets where their metabolism basically becomes non-existent. It slows down to a crawl. And when your metabolism slows down to a fucking crawl, your body isn't burning fat anymore. So you go on a restrictive 800 calorie to 1,000 calorie style diet where all you're eating is fucking water and lettuce, and you're expected to survive on that. You're eating way below your basal metabolic rate, so your body just goes into this keep mode because it doesn't know where it's getting its nutrients from or where it's going to come from. So you're putting your body into a highly stressed state. And you suppress everything that's supposed to be working. Your thyroid gland stops working properly because you're under-eating, you're not nourishing your body, you're not giving your body the energy it needs. You don't sleep properly, so you get sleep deprived and your body doesn't create growth hormone or testosterone or estrogen properly from your head. Your dopamine and serotonin levels go fucking all over the place. You have cravings coming out the wazoo because you're not consuming probably enough salt. If you're not eating enough food, you're definitely not consuming enough salt. So your cravings are fucking skyrocketing. And then you have these episodes throughout this program where you have a binge and you feel fucking shit and it takes you ages to come back from it. And the process ends up, you end up losing fucking weight, but you're losing like muscle mass. You're losing, your organ function is suffering. Everything suffers. And what happens at the end of the program? So you're on this program for 12 weeks. How long does it take you to put that weight back on? 2 or 3? Fuck, man. Like, so you've tried all the shit. When are you going to try what works? And my method, how it works, is when I talk to someone individually, I work out exactly how many calories they need. I don't give them a cookie cutter. I don't give them what I give everyone else. I give them exactly what their body needs. And that's through me talking to this person and understanding what this person does on a fucking daily basis. Everyone has a basal metabolic rate. You can look that up right now online. And this is the total number of calories your body requires just to fucking function, just to pump blood around your body and for your brain, and if you're in a fucking coma. I've explained this a million times, but I feel I'm constantly explaining it. You cannot eat below this. You eat below this, you're going to fuck yourself up. So this is why it's individual to everyone. And then you have your activity level on top of that. Like, when you wake up in the morning, do you stay in bed till the last thing at night? Or do you get up and do you move around? Do you get the kids ready for school? Do you have a job? Do you move your body in any sort of way, shape or form? I'm not even talking about exercise. If you have an activity level, that requires energy as well for your body to move. If you want your car to move in the morning, it needs to have a full tank of petrol. That's what food is for your body, a full tank of fucking petrol. And if you put in shit petrol, the car will run, but it'll run average. You got to get it serviced every so often as well. So that's your training. You do your training on a daily basis. That's what keeps the body operating at its optimal performance. So my problem is always when I'm taking people through my process is I'm trying to feed them. I'm trying to upregulate their body. And because they've done many of these programs before and they're so used to, eating less is going to get me the results I want. Well, why haven't you got the results? Why aren't you at the results that you want doing what you've done before? So I refeed your body. Now, how long does it take to refeed someone's body? Well, I have two barriers to get over. First of all, I have to get over the fact that their metabolism is shot to bits and they're not able to consume as many calories as they actually should. So that takes training. That takes a while to build that up. Weeks, months, fucking depends on how long you've been fucking on these crash diets. Then the psychological barrier I have to get over. What the person thinks they know already and how they think this should be done. Because they are conditioned. And who has conditioned us? The fucking fitness industry. Oh, fucking watching The Biggest Loser. Oh, I have to train like a fucking animal and I have to restrict my calories down to fucking nothing. And how are you doing this? All by an eyeball. And you're punishing yourself when you even a thought about a Kit Kat or a thought about a glass of wine. My process lets you have all that shit. Eat your normal food. Have fucking a McDonald's every so often. It's food. There's no such thing as bad food. But the most important thing is you got to understand how many calories you're consuming on a day. So that's where the tracking comes in. So that's where I help people. They're shocked at how much food they can actually eat. And isn't that what life's about? Eating food and enjoying yourself. So fucking boys and germs, stop looking for the silver bullet and stop expecting that, you're going to go on a 6 or 8 week or 12 week program and the results are going to be delivered. Because if you're working with a charlatan that tells you, if you want to lose 20 kilos of body fat, and some fucking cunt tells you that in 6 or 8 weeks he's gonna fucking get that off you, and he's talking shite. He's a salesman. He's a snake oil fucking salesman. I'll tell you this much and I'll tell you no more. Losing between 1 to 3 kilos a month of body fat is the correct way to do it, because it's the healthy way. And eating the correct number of calories on a daily basis for your body is the way to do it, because it's sustainable. The way you do your nutrition is the way you should be able to fucking feed your family. You don't want to be fucking having a restrictive diet where you're only eating this and you have to cook something else for everyone else. Fuck that shit. Who has time for that shit? Tracking your calories takes no length of time. Everyone says, oh, it's taking too much time and I don't want to restrict myself. You're not restricting yourself. You're freeing yourself up, because you're going to fucking realize something very quickly, that you can actually eat more than you realize. And then we train. We train for our mental health. We'll train to sculpt the body. But if you haven't got access to a gym, you do 10,000 steps a day. That's a non-negotiable. You should be doing that anyway. You have 2 fucking legs coming out of the bottom of your hips. That's what they're for. Moving around. You tell me you have no time to get 10,000 steps in. Fuck off. I don't want you in my program. Boys and girls, stop looking for the silver bullet. Take responsibility for where you are now. It didn't take you 6 weeks to put on 30 kilos. You've been putting it on the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years. So fucking understand that the process to remove it is a lifestyle change, not a fucking silver bullet. So cop the fuck on and get to work. Giddy up.